So, you've learned lots of vocabulary and grammar and collocations and idiom and all sorts of things to make your speech. But what you find when you get into conversation is your speech is maybe a little simple, maybe unstructured, maybe you find it difficult to get people involved with your story. And that's one of the real natural challenges with second language speakers, because we tend to focus you in on the tiny pieces and less on the bigger picture. So here we are. What do? Well, we have a thing called the speech planner, and you'll find that over here under progress, the progress pedal, and come up over here to the speech plans button, click, and you'll find our speech performance planner. Now you'll find that there is a saved speech performance plan, but let's take a look at what we see before we get there. We have your narrative, and there's an input where you can actually talk and speech recognition will catch your words, right? There's a clear button as well if you want to clear it out. You can also type in there, that's fine, but it's nice to practice your speech and let speech recognition hear what you have to say. Now, speech recognition is trained to hear your English. And if you find that your narrative is not showing up with the English words that you think that you are saying, then that's a clue that you need to try to focus on those specific words you're trying to say and iron out the pronunciation of those words. But that's okay. It's a generally really forgiving speech recognition system. Below you'll find speech elements, and here it says that there are none added yet. Speech elements are vocabulary, grammar, idiom, persuasive moves, and other things that you can find as well. And we'll show you where to find those things. There's also the AI generated narrative. There will be, once you have items added, there will be a button that says generate with AI. And then down below you have saved AI generated plans. Here's an example right here of an AI generated speech plan. All it is a narrative. A narrative is a speech plan. And a narrative is just, I'm gonna tell a story about a situation, a time in my life when something of importance happened to me. Okay, so that's really useful to have, and it's very useful to have these kinds of plans. And you might look at this and say, well, what am I supposed to do with this? What you're supposed to do with it is memorize it and practice it and make it sound really interesting so that people who hear it widen their eyes and lean in with a smile or a look of concern or whatever it is that you're looking for as a reaction. Okay, you're looking for that. Now, learners have a challenge building a narrative of this kind of length and complexity, even as, let's say, second language advanced level speakers. Most stories tend to be a little bit short, right, and lack in detail. So this planner will help you to be able to create those details. So how does it work? Well, let me click the button here so we can see what's here. And here it says we're going to talk about our pets or our favorite animals. It's going to select the vocabulary. There's some conversation starters, like asking about pets or inquiring if someone has pets, for example. There are some fluency topics, like idiomatic expressions, complex expressions, and so on and so forth. Grammar points, idiom, persuasion strategies, logic structures, conversation enders, and these all have like an X beside them. So where do we find those things? Like, we can get rid of them, but how do we put them in? Well, that's very interesting that you asked that question. So another area that we haven't explored on the dial is everything from the begin pedal, B-E, begin, all the way around to end, E-N. Okay, every one of these pedals, including fluency, has some elements. So these are the begin expanders. These are what you would use to begin a conversation. Okay, and so if you want to use one of these things, you'll click it and add it, and it will show up in the speech planner. So conversation starters, simple greetings and introduce yourself. Hi, my name is, what's your name? And all the other things are gone. We don't have them anymore. So we're going to clear that out. We're going to continue working with this particular one here, with this vocabulary. And we're going to type in a narrative, and that narrative is something like this. One night while I was sleeping at 4:00 a.m., my cat, Benny, decided it was a good idea. No, actually, let me just make it a little bit simpler. At night, my cat, Benny, jumped off my stomach ran from far away, and boom, like a trampoline. Let's say, I don't know, maybe there's a mistake in it, and we'll see what happens. Whatever. Okay. Whatever. Woke me, I angry, I chase, I catch Benny, I scold Benny very loudly. Benny is scared. Benny hide away. After I go to sleep, I sleep well rest of night. I wake up, no find Benny. Benny still hiding. Why, Benny? I am not angry anymore. Benny not eat breakfast. I come home after work. Benny is my best friend again. All right, so that's my story. Okay, Benny did a thing. I chased him around, and he do this. He do this many times. Why? Yeah, why? I think because he is bored. Better be scolded than bored. There we go. And I even made some spelling mistakes. I'm curious to know how it works out. So we'll come down to the bottom. We've got all the things from idiom to persuasion strategies. Remember, we have beginners, we have enders, we have vocabulary we want to add, and some grammar, some talk items, some idiom, persuasion, culture, logic, right? Some conversation enders, and also some fluency elements that we can add, okay, in every one of those things. And I don't want to go away from there yet. I'll come back to that in a second. Now we have the Generate with AI button. I click it, I pay the token, and then I wait. And in a moment, the narrative will appear inside this box. There it is. In the stillness of the night, my mischievous cat then he decided to turn my peaceful slumber into an unexpected adventure. With the grace of a feline acrobat, he leapt off my stomach, launching himself like a spring-loaded trampoline, and startled me awake. Yada yada yada. So you can see it's 3 paragraphs, and it's something that you can practice and remember, and it'll show up here the next time I come back. So if I close and then I come back and I scroll down, there it is. It'll be this one right here, and you can see that same narrative shows up. So like an actor, like an actress, you take this new text, copy it, paste it, print it, hold it in your hand, walk around your house, your apartment, say the story again and again and again until you have it memorized in your mind, and the next time you're at a party, you tell this story. And you repeat. And you repeat. Now, the thing that you need to keep in mind is that English fluency is not just about good grammar, vocabulary, it's about having stories, right? So this is a tool that you can use to generate story after story after story. Now let's go to the different tools. So beginners, all the buttons to add are here. Vocabulary, you have you can add the vocabulary here in the leveled vocabulary. There are 30,000 words that you can select. And how you select more words is by using these tools to seek different pages, and this tool here to find the different level. These are CEFR levels. Vocabulary, we have grammar, talk, topics to add, idiom that you want to include into your story, right? To take with a pinch of salt, maybe you want to add that. Persuasion, remember English isn't only something you say, it's something you use to get other people to do things for you, or things that you want, right? So you add elements to help be more persuasive. You can add cultural topics. You can add pieces of logic that you want to look at. You can add fluency elements, right? So mastery, I saw it here, mastery of complex structures, for example, might be something that you add. And there are conversation enders. You start a conversation, you need to end a conversation as well, okay? So these are things that you work with to create the fluency speech plan. You create your plan, and then at the end you generate with AI, and AI will provide you with your story fully packaged so you can repeat it and say it again and to somebody else as many times as you want. Okay? All right. We'll talk again.